Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Xiang. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. With the approaching of the Chinese Communist Party's most important power restructure this fall, President Xi Jinping is set to extend his rule for another 5 years by elevating trusted subordinates into prominent party and government posts. His top lieutenants have sung Mr. Xi's praises with rising fervor, calling him their lingxiu, which is a revered title that means leader and is most closely associated with Mao Zedong, whom the party honors as its 伟大领袖, great leader. State media and officials have hailed Xi as a 人民领袖, people's leader. Recent key personnel appointments suggest that Mr. Xi's authority remains robust, and crucial roles overseeing security, propaganda, and the economy would all be controlled by Xi's people. And it seems Xi is preparing to stay in power for quite some time. Among those promoted recently is Wang Xiaohong, 64 years old and a law enforcement veteran who worked under Mr. Xi in the southern province of Fujian. Wang overlapped with Xi when he served as a deputy police head of Fuzhou, when Xi was the city's party chief from 1990 until 1996, and then provincial deputy party secretary until 2002. When Xi took power in 2012, Wang was shortly after transferred to Henan province as police chief, marking the beginning of his rapid promotion up the security ranks. In March 2015, he was appointed deputy mayor of Beijing and the chief of Beijing Municipal Public Security Bureau, entrusted by the Communist Party's top leaders to secure the nation's political center. In 2016, Wang was named a deputy minister of public security. In March 2018, Wang Xiaohong became deputy party secretary and deputy minister of the Ministry of Public Security, person in charge work day to day. On November 19, 2021, he rose to become party secretary of the Ministry of Public Security. At the end of June, Wang Xiaohong was installed as Minister of Public Security. Making Wang the police chief is a strong indicator that Xi remains firmly in charge despite rumors of discontent. Before Wang's ascendant, at least 5 former deputy ministers of public security have been purged by Xi's anti-corruption campaign since it began in 2012. On the second day of his new role as Minister of Public Security, Wang launched a 100-day campaign to crack down on crime, according to a statement on the ministry's website. He urged police to diffuse all kinds of safety risks and resolutely safeguard social stability in preparation for the 20th National Party Congress. The date of Congress has not been set. Lingxiu is another close ally of President Xi. He is a veteran party scholar who worked as a deputy to Mr. Xi while Xi was president of the Central Party School. Mr. Li is considered Xi's top political theorist and strategy consultant. Lingxiu is rumored to be the man behind the suggestion that Xi Jinping adjust his strategy of power struggle. Recently, Lingxiu became executive vice minister of the party's Central Propaganda Department in charge of the daily work. In Chinese Communist Party's power structure, the executive deputy minister ranks first among all the deputies, but only presides over the work when the minister is absent. And once the executive deputy minister is changed to the deputy of in charge of daily work, it usually implies the minister is no longer in charge of daily work. Li is known for his academic performance from a very young age, earning him in 1978 a ticket to study in Peking University librarian major at the age of 14. On graduation, Li joined the Central Party School, the top academy where the party trains officials, and rose steadily through the ranks. Li was promoted to vice president of the party school in 2008, a year after Xi Jinping took the helm of the academy. Usually, the president of the Central Party School goes to the successor in waiting for the party's top job when there is a clear successor. In 2014, Li was sent to Fujian province, one of Xi's power-based provinces, to head the provincial propaganda department, and a year later was assigned to head a discipline inspection in the city of Beijing. And now, Li is in actual charge of CCP's propaganda machine. Mr. Xi has also been considering putting longtime confidant He Lifeng in charge of the country's economic and financial systems. He is currently the head of China's State Economic Planning Agency. He is the leading candidate for a promotion to vice premier with broad responsibilities over economic, financial, and industrial affairs, according to people familiar with the discussion. If appointed, his close ties with Mr. Xi would likely give Mr. He broad influence over policy. Xi wants a loyalist in charge of economic policy to retool China into a more equitable and self-reliant economy, with a dominant role for the Communist Party in commanding investment and resources in pursuit of strategic goals. Mr. He is seen as a prominent figure in Fujian Gang. This is a group of politicians who first worked with Mr. Xi in the southern province of Fujian and went on to receive senior party and government roles in Beijing after he took power in late 2012. Mr. He befriended Mr. Xi in the port city of Xiamen. As a longtime Xiamen resident, Mr. He welcomed Mr. Xi by showing him around the city and taking him out drinking. When in 1987 Xi married his second wife, the popular folk singer Peng Liyuan, Mr. He was among a small group of people who attended the wedding. If he ascends to the new role, Mr. He will be taking the reins of Chinese economic policy as growth and an export-fueled recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic are slowing. A crackdown on internet companies has triggered a sell-off in Chinese technology stocks, and the new government curbs on borrowing have sent home prices spiraling downward. People familiar with the discussion said the new leadership team hasn't been completed, and the key appointments aren't expected to be announced until the end of the party congress. Oh, by the way, Xi Jinping is a fan of the popular HBO series Game of Thrones. In 2019, Xi warned the world leaders by saying this: "We must all make sure the world we live in does not descend into the chaotic, warring seven kingdoms of Westeros." An anonymous Chinese official told the South China Morning Post that Xi watched a diamond version of the HBO show. HBO's site is blocked in China, but the locals can still catch the edited action via HBO's Chinese partner Tencent. Hence, a diamond version. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.